Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Cars, buses, vans, trucks, and aeroplanes are the vehicles of the transportation. These vehicles contribute and play important and vital role in the progress of our country. In statistics, probability is known as vehicle of statistics. Nowadays, everyone in every field of life wants to know the chances of occurrence of different things. In a hospital, people want to know the chances of survival of their patient from a doctor. An investor wants to know the chances of success of his business. A candidate wants to know the chances of passing the exams as well as the interview. A lover of cricket match wants to know the chances of winning the game. Dear students, today we are going to discuss that important and unique topic of statistics, and that is probability. Before starting today's lecture, I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel, and click the bell icon for the notifications of the new videos. Let's start. Question number 1 is, tell me the names of the books which are taught in MSc. Number 1 is Introduction to Statistical Theory by Sher Mohammad Chaudhary. Basic Econometrics by Gujarati. Sampling Techniques by William Cochrane. Econometrics Theory and Application by Shehzad Chaudhary. Design and Analysis of Experiments by Douglas C. Montgomery. Applied Multivariate Statistical Analysis by Richard A. Johnson. Question number 2. Which is your favorite topic in statistics? My favorite topic is probability. Question number 3. Define probability in a line. Measure of uncertainty. Question number 4. What is probability in a word? Chance. Question number 5. Difference between experiment and a random experiment. Experiment is a planned activity which gives same results when it is repeated a large number of times under identical conditions. For example, if we have sodium and chlorine, there will be sodium chloride. It is always salt. And random experiment is a planned activity which produces different results when we repeat a process several times under identical conditions, and it has the following properties. Number 1, the experiment can be repeated a large number of times independently, and when we repeat the experiment a large number of times, the proportion of outcomes becomes constant. Number 2, the random experiment has at least 2 outcomes. There are 2 or more than 2 outcomes of a random experiment. And the third property is that all the outcomes are unpredictable. For example, we have a lot of bolts. There are 50 bolts in a lot, and we select a bolt for observing whether it is defective or not. That is an example of random experiment because we do not know what will come in advance. Question number 6, a very important one. What is the difference between accident and experiment? Accident is an unplanned activity. For example, you are walking on a road and there is slippery because of heavy rain and you are slipped. That is an accident. That is an unplanned activity, and experiment is a planned activity which gives results. Question number 7. What is a trial? Trial is a single performance of a random experiment. Question number 8. What is the difference between outcome and event? Outcome is the actual result of a random experiment, whereas event is the possible outcome of a random experiment. Question number 9. What is a sample space? All possible outcomes of a random experiment make a sample space. For example, if we toss a coin, the outcomes are head and tail. They make a sample space. Sample space will be head and tail. Question number 10. Sample point. Each element of a sample space is called a sample point. Question number 11. What is the difference between simple and compound event? Simple event is an event that contains only one sample point of the sample space, whereas compound event is an event that contains more than one sample point of the sample space. For example, if we toss two coins and sample points are 4 in the sample space, and let A be the event that we have two heads, it is one sample point, that is an example of simple event. And let A be the event that we have at least one head. Now there are two sample points, that is an example of compound event. Question number 12. Mutually exclusive events. A and B are said to be two mutually exclusive events if they both cannot occur together, if nothing is common between them, if probability of A intersection B is equal to 0. For example, we have 52 playing cards, and let A be the event we have a card of king, and B be the event that we have a card of jack. These two are mutually exclusive events. If we select a card from a deck of 52 playing cards, that will be a king or a jack. They cannot come together. They are mutually exclusive events. The intersection of A and B is 0. Question number 13. What are exhaustive events? Two events are said to be exhaustive collectively if the union of the mutually exclusive events is the entire sample space. For example, if we toss a coin, the sample points are head and tail. The union of these two mutually exclusive events is the entire sample space. They are the exhaustive events. Question number 14. What are equally likely events? Two events are said to be equally likely events if the chances of the occurrence of A are as likely as the chances of the occurrence of event B. Question number 15. How many approaches are there for the probability? There are 4 approaches to find the probability of the occurrence of an event. 3 are objective and 1 is subjective. Question number 16. Define classical or priori probability. If an experiment has n mutually exclusive and equally likely outcomes, and out of these n outcomes there are m favorable for the occurrence of event A, then the probability of event A will be m over n. That is the classical probability. For example, there are 10 natural numbers 1 to 10, and we are interested in the odd number. Let A be the event that we have an odd number, then favorable are 5 out of 10. The probability of A will be m over n, 5 over 10, that will be 1 over 2. There are 50% chances of the occurrence of an odd number. Question number 17. Define relative frequency approach. Dear students, it is also called statistical approach, empirical approach, and when sometimes the probability is true in the long run. For example, if we say that the probability of a newborn baby who is a boy is 1 over 2, it is true in the long run. If there are 10 children in a family, it does not mean that there are 5 male and 5 female. There are 5 boys and 5 girls. It is true, 1 over 2 is true in the long run. Relative frequency approach is used when we use the past experience. For example, question number 18 is a very important one. What is the probability that Professor Aslam will attend his next class? Dear students, in this case, we will have to use the past experience. Now, the relative frequency approach will be used to find out the probability that Professor Aslam will attend his next class. There is another example, question number 19. Tariq is your neighbor. He offered Fajr, Zohar and Asr prayer in the masjid. Now, what is the probability he will offer Maghrib and Isha prayer in the masjid? Now, in the same case, we will have to use the past experience about him. We will have to use the relative frequency approach. Pakistan is about to play a series against New Zealand in New Zealand, and the supporter of Pakistan wants to know what is the probability of the chances, what is the probability of winning the game against New Zealand. Then relative frequency approach will be used. Question number 20. What is subjective approach? When we get the probability of occurrence of an event with the help of the personal experience of a person, we apply subjective approach. For example, if a firm want to market a new product, now the experience of the manager will be used as the subjective approach to market it. Question number 21. What is the difference between conditional probabilities and Bayes theorem? The probabilities associated with the reduced sample space are conditional probabilities. For example, there are 20 boys and 40 girls in a class. Half of them wear uniform, and we are to find the probability of a boy given that he wears uniform. This is an example of conditional probability, and in Bayes theorem we are given some events with their conditional probabilities, and we are to find the conditional reversible probabilities of those events. And what do? We divide the joint probability of those events by the total probability in Bayes theorem. Question number 22. What is a random variable? Dear student, sometimes we are not interested in the result of the random experiment, but we are interested in the number associated with the outcome of that random experiment. So the numerical quantity determined by the outcome of a random experiment is called a random variable. Question number 23. Discuss the difference between discrete random variable and continuous random variable. A random variable that can assume all the finite values is a discrete random variable. For example, number of accidents on GT road is an example of discrete random variable. Next is continuous random variable, a random variable which can take all the values in some given interval. It is a continuous random variable. Dear students, at the end I request everyone, you must comment in the comment section and tell me the questions. I will make a video on the questions suggested by you. Assalamu alaikum.